Welcome to the Clashing of Steel. And sadly, the end is near. And as everybody knows it, it's gonna shut down about in 3 months. I mean, it's been a great run. I built my channel around Total War Arena. I like tactical games. I liked Arena. It brought the style of PvP I preferred with tactical games. Like, there is no base building. There is no control of the whole battlefield. You are just controlling the fraction of the units. That is simply what I preferred. I never liked to play like Rome 2 in PvP. I felt controlling 20 units is just so huge, so massive. I know I'm gonna make mistakes somewhere. So sadly, it is coming to an end. I will just give my opinion about why it is coming to an end. Couple of big mistakes and changes they should have probably made. First of all, I think they kinda fucked themselves by making a collaboration with Wargaming. I'm not saying that premium is premium time, everything like that, but what I am saying is that the game was forced to be played through Wargaming launcher. Secondly, they hope to gain a lot of audience from Wargaming audience. But the Wargaming audience is very specific. There are a lot of good, a lot of bad players, a lot of toxic players even. Well, maybe not so many toxic, but still significant number. And I think it was represented to the wrong audience. Plus, if we consider those players who have tried Wargaming's World of Tanks or World of Warplanes or maybe even World of Warships, and many who have quit really dislike the game. I've had several friends who have quit over them. I played myself in the beginning a little bit, and well, it wasn't directly a bad game, but I wouldn't call it a good one. So I think they just branded themselves with a bad company, which many players outside of the Wargaming community dislike. And I honestly think that the game would have done a lot better on Steam. Well, maybe not a lot better, but a lot more players probably would have tried it out than in Wargaming, because I already had like 2 friends back when it launched in a bit more than a year ago, and they were like, wait, Wargaming? That horrible company? I don't want to play its games. But the problem is, it's not Wargaming's game, it was represented under it, which got it, by my opinion, and by opinion of a couple of my friends, bad publicity. This I saw as one of the biggest problems. Another one is the gameplay. The game was considered heavily around progression and progressing through tiers. It takes a long while to get to maximum tier. Maybe not a long while, but it takes progression, it takes gameplay, you need to play a lot. And that probably is what many players hate about it. Because there's nothing wrong with overall gameplay, it's just that the progression takes a while. I've heard a couple of good ideas that probably could have saved this game. One being that make the maximum tier something like tier 5. It doesn't have to be tier 5 unit, it can be tier 10 units, but it would be like only 5 tiers to progress. And that it should take as long as it takes for us now to get to tier 5. Making it, or bringing the end game a lot closer. Yes, you will still learn to 1 to 4 tier how to play. Tier 5 being a separate bracket. And tier 5 would be more revolved around skill. Less about tier difference and progressing up to a maximum tier. Bringing the end game closer and appealing to the wider audience. A lot of players have offered out different ideas, just give a couple of ideas in this game, or just make it very easy to progress. Because endgame, I agree, it's kind of far, at least at tier 10s. You need to dedicate yourself, you need to play a lot, and considering that a lot of its money-making methods and premium and everything like that is pretty much the same as it is for Wargaming's games. You have your gold, you have your special experience, you have your premium time. I'm not saying that all of this is bad, because yes, of course, company has to make money. But many just see it as a free game and are not gonna spend any money on it. They're gonna play it, see how it goes, play for a month. Oh, okay, I'm over it. It takes so long to get to the max. It just takes too long to progress, basically. That's what a lot of players dislike. As I said, personally, I don't mind. Yes, it takes a while, but I just enjoy playing it. I enjoy the tactics part of it. But, well, this is the predicament we're in. Sadly, it's getting closed. I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do on. I'm gonna make another separate video about that at some point. But these were just three of the main factors I feared that counteracted the great idea that this game was. They could have made this game by the play and just given it one tier, so that everybody would be on the same tier, have same opportunities, and only purchasable items would have been visuals or some free experience or something. As I said, I think it was a great idea, but it was implemented horribly. It had a lot of potential, but it was counteracted by many decisions they made. I'm quite sure I didn't list all of the factors, but still, I think one of the biggest ones was adding it under wargaming, and there are a lot of players who hate it and love it, so a lot of mixed feelings. And seeing as there are no tanks in this game, warplanes, submarines, or God knows what else, it didn't appeal to that crowd, and well, it had different ideas, different tactics, it works a lot differently. And as I said, it had a lot of potential. It should have been worked or implemented differently, or in different ways. Personally, I think it should have stayed under Steam, and I'm quite sure it would have been a lot more popular than it was under Wargaming. I'm not sure what's gonna happen next. I'm really sad about the idea because I really overall liked the idea how the game worked, but this is the predicament we're in. Anyways, don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.